Welcome back to War Thunder, and welcome aboard the BM-824 here in Arcade. And don't stop the video, because this is an explanation why I drive this tank in a test drive that I activated in Arcade. I have a purpose. I want to get at least 5 kills with this tank. And realistic is a bad sport for numerous reasons. Not because I hate on realistic, but because there are just simple differences between the two modes that I want to getting 5 kills with this tank is much easier and less frustrating in Arcade. I think this was the 3rd or the 4th battle that I did with it, and I experimented a little bit around it. How can you actually deal with the tank? How can you increase your chances? Can you rig the system a little bit? Why the system? What are you talking about? Well, today is, or yesterday is the day that you can actually earn yourself the real Katyusha. Links are in the video description. The BM13N from the May 6th 11 GMT to May 10th 11 GMT, you can earn the real Katyusha, this truck with a lot of big rockets, by just playing the BM-824 and getting 5 kills in a match. Now, as far as I understand, there is no kill multiplier for RB. So, not like getting 3 kills and that equals then 6 kills in Arcade and so on. No. But let's just go through why Arcade is for this purpose better. Well, you can reload the rockets while driving. You don't have to stand in the capture zone. You can lose one crew member and it automatically triggers the crew replenishment everywhere. Yeah, as you can see here, right. And that means you can survive an unlucky hit, leaving you in the game for far longer. Also, also, you still can activate other things, and first of them, you also can get something called backup vehicles. Now, in Arcade, you have 3 spawns, and that's important because it doesn't matter how you bad perform with the first 2 spawns, you still can perform in the 3rd tank pretty well and carry the match. And then you can see the reload. Okay, I'm sorry for the rather hasty commentary or something like that. It's not the first video that I made today. And then you can see I was attacked by an IL-2. And that's the next thing. When you get 2 kills or do certain other interactions, you can get airstrikes. Now, here is the problem. I actually hit this T17E2 car in the engine, but sadly it didn't blow up. By, for example, killing 2 bots or 2 players, you can get into for example, an IL-2 or at higher tiers IL-10 and stray somebody. And that actually also counts towards that. And did you see what I just did there? I drove forward, braked, the tank whipped forward, giving me extra gun depression, and the great rate of fire actually meant that I could go and land the shells. That was my 4th shell. And there I got destroyed by an artillery strike. Or was it? That looked like more like a rocket that impacted in front of me. Well, it doesn't matter. As I said, this is the backup. And now I'm in a very bad position. Now you can see me here trying one thing. I actually want to shoot down a plane with a fighter or destroy another fighter. Also, I tried to shoot down a plane with the rockets. Hey, you never know. And I got a bad roll. I got a German aircraft. And I have to face a Japanese and a Russian bomber. Yeah, obviously I go for the bomber. And those seem to be the E3 cannons. so I just have MGFFs. And yeah, this bomber doesn't really care. I mean, I'm landing my shells, he's smoking, and whoops, I got hit with this single machine gun, and then he actually hits with one bullet my engine and it goes completely black. Yeah, Russian planes are balanced. I stay by that. And then I see this BM-824 going around. Now, another thing that is good about arcade is that you get always mixed matches. Why is that good? Now, this is a rather big event, let's put it that way. And it wasn't announced, as far as I can say, really. The funny thing is, you know, a lot of people now made this this code and actually got this vehicle for 1 hour for actually a test drive, let's call it that way. The funny thing is, now realistic gets spammed with these tanks. That means you lose a lot because they're actually pretty easy to take out, and in arcade you can face them yourself. That means if you know where to shoot them, especially the side with the rockets, not so much the front, you can take them out with a single rocket and get a cheap kill. And a lot of people are driving those things, so you're fighting on equal terms, let's put it that way. Another advantage of arcade for this particular manner. And this is, I think, the main reason why I did it. I can face myself and I have multiple tries. And you can see here that was actually, I wanted to get into something like an attacker with rockets, but I had bad RNG today. I never got a rocket tank. And yeah, I actually tried to drop the bombs right here, but I dropped them perfectly, but there is a long fuse delay on those bombs. Why I actually try to crash my planes, because sometimes people just don't hear the bombs and don't look behind them, because the bomb is like a meter behind them and the camera angle doesn't show it. And that means you can work around the fuse delay, because people just stay still. They literally sit on top of the bomb and not knowing this, despite there being a symbol in arcade. The thing that gives it away is the bomb whistling when it travels through the air. So shooting the enemy with the machine guns, for example, and crashing into them kind of covers that. It's a dirty mind trick, I know, but hey, it's war, isn't it? So at this moment I was kind of nervous. I had 2 games where I already did 4 kills, and I was like, I don't have to waste too much time doing this. I mean, this sounds a bit arrogant, right? I don't want to waste too much time, but I also had a time limit effectively of 1 hour. And now I think to myself, well, I saw the symbol, I see the symbol on the radar, and I can drop an artillery strike. The next thing is, you can try to get into the match with a regular tank and actually earn those strikes previously. So my idea was, for example, to go in with a T-34 85 and destroy 2 tanks, and then or even 3 tanks, and get a bomber, and then also get into the BM-824, trying to how to say it, trying to use up the consumables, so to speak. You know, use the artillery strikes on the I'm sorry, on this tank, and also on the strike fighter. And that was actually my ace, and I'm very happy, and I'm just thinking to myself, nah, I get the hell out of there. I don't want to get killed. I mean, it doesn't matter at this moment. I have my 5 kills. I even go into a bomber right now because reasons. You know, I think I experience this very often, that once, you know, I'm done with the task, I can fulfill this task multiple times by, you know, not really trying too hard. Now this is a Japanese bomber, the G4M1, if I remember correctly the name. And it has 4 250 kilogram bombs, which are not too strong, and so on. And here I actually lead the LVT. I crash my propeller in a tree and I don't care, and I just go around, and to my eternal surprise, the LVT stood on top of the bomb, and I killed him. I did not really think I would kill him, and that was my 6th kill. Now, the one thing that I don't know for sure, in this battle I destroyed, uh, 5 of the 6 tanks with the tank itself, with the one reload included and one backup vehicle included. So it was not a very, very perfect battle, but I didn't care because I got the reward, and that's what matters. So this is the end of the battle, and you can see there was much more action even at the end at lower tiers than in high tier realistic battles, when you just try to find the last player, which could, just park on the runway in a plane and just don't care. Because that never happens. Never. So at this moment the match was over, and when there is nobody left, the matches end quite quickly, and you really can't hide as the last player in arcade, which is so much more, or so much better. And there you can see I got the reward. This is the stat card for all of you stat fans out there, and yeah, this is how I won my BM13N Katyusha, or Katyushka. How do you pronounce it? Doesn't matter. So you can see the rewards, not too high for this battle, despite it being a premium vehicle with a premium account. Again, I made a tank review on this tank. Check it out if you want it. And, well, give this video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope you appreciated the tips. Anyways, we will see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.